Hello, beautiful people. How you guys feeling today? It's your favorite Giovanna here. Um, I hope you guys are doing really, really well. I hope you guys are staying cool because it's hot as fuck outside. Oh my gosh. This heat is no joke. You guys, it's no joke. It's like currently 103 degrees outside and it's just 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's kind of ridiculous. So, if you guys are new here, I need you guys to do me a couple favors. Okay? First of all, I need you to thumbs up this video. I need you to comment and subscribe. Well, you can subscribe if you want to, but let's get it. So I was watching this the Hulu's Perfect Wife, season 1, episode 2. I'm gonna try to see if I can get episode 3 in here as well. But if I can't, then I'll just have to do another video. But I really don't want to do another video. I want to get all this in one video and just be done. Cause this pissed me off. Okay, so it starts off with them telling about, how she was branded because she got branded on her back when she was kidnapped. Um, she was talking about smells, just scents and everything. And Keith, her husband, he said when he seen her, he just broke into pieces because she had so much scars, so many bruising. She lost so much weight. And it was just like, a heartfelt thing. She was gone for 22 days and she's back now. And they want to figure out what's wrong, what's happening. But of course, being gone for 22 days, her story, it's not really adding up because, of course, you're going to be shocked. You're going to be confused and things of that nature. Ooh, you okay, Bubba? My dog jumping up on my bed. Anyway, so after you being kidnapped, you're gonna be confused. You're gonna have issues. You're not gonna really want to talk to anybody. She didn't want to talk to the police because she said that one of the police officers were involved. So she didn't want to talk to them. She only wanted to talk to them when her husband was around. So they're trying to, sit back and recall the dates, trying to put, everything together, but it's not matching. Like they're really trying to make it fit, but nothing's coming together at all. It's just her saying she's in this room, she's in the closet, she's chained. Um, Nothing's adding up. Nothing is adding up at all whatsoever. So Christmas time comes around, she sees her family. She spends the holidays with her family, with her husband. I'm sorry. They go and rent a cabin because she's been gone for so long. The kids were with his parents, and they just needed a long time and just to relax. So they rented a cabin, and Keith was saying how he thought it was so weird because when they got a cabin, she was trying to do a photo shoot, like set it up so they can take pictures, then kissing and like they're falling in love all over again. He thought it was weird, but he was there to support his wife. It's his wife. He wants to just be there for her. Just be there for her. Be a supportive husband. Um, I got notes, you guys, because I had to write down a lot. Uh, okay, so we got to go back to, we got to talk about this. So before she was married to Keith, she had a husband before, she had met another guy. Um, and he was her husband. He was in the military. That's basically why they were married. That's what she told Keith. She married this guy because she just needed the benefits, and that was that. So they fell in love, and everything was great and wonderful with that, and she didn't have to worry about any issues with that. But she has a very sketchy past. Let me say that. Um, she always was in connection with guys, and she always had a thing with talking to different guys. Like, yeah, you're a pretty girl coming from a small town, but just she was giving that she liked a lot of attention. That's what I was getting from it, just from this part so far. They started talking about how media outlets were reaching out, like Dr. Phil, Dr. Oz, Chris Henson. Just they all reached out because they really want to interview her and just get down to the bottom of everything. It started going out that maybe it was staged. A rumor came out, like, maybe it's staged because none of the storylines are adding up. They haven't found anybody. They have yet to find any type of evidence whatsoever. All they have is, you know, um, her saying that she got kidnapped. She didn't know who the people are. She didn't see them. She was saying that they were Hispanic females, a younger one and an older one. And the older one name was Smegma. Yes, Smegma. And the younger one, she called her Taint. Yeah, this shit is wild. So yeah, she was saying it was staged, and she was saying how she wasn't able to, not saying they were staged, but she was telling the police officers how she wasn't able to eat. She feared for her life. They were like monsters. She has this complex now where she can't go to sleep in the dark. Her husband was saying like, when they was trying to go to sleep or rest throughout the house, the lights had to stay on. It's like she was really, really, really like grief stricken, just going through all things. And, he was trying to be a supportive husband. And you know how when something happens to somebody, you try to be very, very, very sensitive to their feelings. Like you don't want to ask them too much because you don't want to overwhelm them. When somebody goes through something and they don't want to talk about it, you kind of like pull back and you wait for them to be ready. And that's basically what they were doing. So she was seeing a therapist, and like I said, the bloggers were saying it's a hoax. Everybody was saying it's a hoax. So she started to see a therapist, and the therapist suggested that she, like, basically, why don't you just write down what happened? Like, you can start a book, and it can be titled 22 Days. So in her book of 22 Days, she started talking about what happened, about the kidnapping. Like I said, she couldn't sleep with the lights off. They had to stay on throughout the house. The beatings, the headaches. And Keith was saying, when it cut to him, when he had his little solo interviews, he would say, he felt horrible because, he told the therapist, I don't think everything she's saying is true. And he didn't want to be like the horrible husband, like, oh, damn, I'm not really believing my wife. But if it's not mathing, the math isn't mathing, it's not mathing. I really want you guys to watch this too, though, because it's a 3 episode docuseries, which is very short, but it's just a lot. So then, it went into a history and started talking about things that Sherry used to do. Like before she met Keith, she had these 2 scars on her back, and she told him that it came from her ex. Her ex tried to hurt her. And then Jennifer, her best friend, told a different story. How she had those on her back. She said it came from her dad with an X-Acto knife, but that's not what happened. She later told Jennifer she did it herself with a knife. So basically, she had a history of cutting. She was just kind of damaged already, but nobody really looked at it because when somebody's pretty, they look past the beauty. Beauty gets you far when you're really pretty. Blonde hair, blue eyes. But to me, she had crazy eyes. If you look at the photos when it shows her taking pictures and her wedding gown or just pictures, she has crazy eyes. Her eyes look wild. Very, very crazy. Anyway, so they had these sketches going on about these Hispanic people. And, people were in the community looking for them because this was a big thing all over the news. When people start, like it's a white girl kidnapped, was missing, saying some Hispanic people did something to her, you gonna be on alert. And this is in Northern California, in Redding to be exact. So then as they continue to do a little bit more digging, something popped up where like Sherry had this burner page from back in the day. And on this page, it was like a white supremacy, white power skinhead forum. And she was talking about like Hispanic people. So then people start thinking like, what the hell? They start putting stuff together. What the hell? What the hell is going on? This is crazy. The police, they questioned her about everything. They found DNA. They told her they had found DNA now. So the story shit is starting to happen. They found the DNA and stuff. And it goes off from that they found the DNA. And then episode 3, and this is what I'm about to talk about now. Episode 3. So it took 3 years and 8 months. In 2022, the February finally contacted them and they wanted to talk. So they bring Sherry in a room, and they bring Keith in a room, and they're like, we got some evidence. You want to talk about this? Who's James? And she playing stupid at first. And they're like, oh, you want to have this conversation with your husband in the room or without him? She's like, well, try to switch it. She has that victim mentality, tough. Oh, he can be in the room if he wants to be. So they find out, this guy, James Reyes, is her ex-boyfriend. And it all comes to find out she never was abducted. She was with James Reyes, but she had him do this. They set up a whole plan, had a burner phone, just had everything planned. She set this shit up. Everybody who thought it was a hoax, that she was making it up, it was. She made it up. Nothing was making sense until they talked to James Reyes. They had to do an investigation, drive like 500, not 500, like 4 miles, not 4 miles, 4 hours, because they were in Northern California. Redding is Northern California. And they came to SoCal, to Costa Mesa, to find this man, James. And they found his house, and the pictures, that the way it was written, the room and everything, just everything started adding up. I want you guys really to watch this show. Everything just started adding up. And she schemed it. She did the whole damn scheme. She set it up. It was no, oh, I'm going for a run. Nah. He came and picked her up with a Challenger that he rented from the rent-a-car place. She got in the back and sat in there for 4 hours, and he took her back to his house. The bruises and everything came because she told him to do it. They was doing it. Spike hockey pucks off her body. For her to be so skinny, he said she was cooking and everything still, but she would just eat less. So she would eat like half a banana. Stuff like that. The burning, the bruises, all that shit. She did all that shit. It was all mapped out, planned, whatever. So the police, they're telling her like what's happening in there, and now she wants to have an attorney. Now she wants to have a lawyer. She needs a lawyer. Her husband, he wants to run the fuck away from her. This poor little man, he's just so emotional. He wants to get the hell away from her. But he would got to be supportive too. Who's to say James is telling the truth and she's lying, even though you still have to prove everything. And after a long, drawn out story, she's just a big liar. She talked to many men. She was just a liar. Just he married somebody he just basically did not know. Had a lot of a lot of mental issues. A lot of mental health issues. Mental health is so real. A lot of people they're walking around undiagnosed, and that's what makes it so scary. Oh my gosh, she was so manipulative, and I would say a borderline personality. I'm not a doctor. I'm just a little nurse, but I would say borderline personality. Just she was so extreme in the things that she did, and it was just mm mm mm. Um, they found out that, like I said, there was no females involved at all whatsoever. She talked about the care package that she sent to James, just everything. When he was bringing her back, the story comes together how she changed herself. He dropped her back off and came running, and she called the police. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, she got 18 months in prison, which isn't long enough, but that's what she got in prison. And that was the perfect wife. So I hope you guys watch it. I hope you guys like it. And let me know what you guys think. And I'll be hitting you guys with another review in the next couple days.